Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah. Double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. And shalom to the sincere Akim. Now, this is Genesis chapter 32, titled, Jacob prepares to meet Esau, his brother. Now, it says, verse 1. Genesis 32 and 1. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of the Most High Yahweh met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, This is Yahweh's host. And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. Right? Now, the reason why he knew it was angels is most likely of this. Judges chapter 13, verse 6. Then the woman, Samson's mother, came and told her husband, saying, A man of Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, came unto me, and his countenance, his face, was like the countenance of an angel of the Most High Yahweh. Very terrible. So he was scary looking, man. Back in the days, you would know 100%. Yo, that's an angel, man. What? Oh, yo. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. Right? So that's most likely how he knew that was the Most High's host, his little army of men. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. Now the land of Seir used to belong to the Canaanites. That's another story, but anyway. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. And yes, Jacob used to call his brother Lord, because it was the firstborn, you know? Anyway. But when they was young, he supplanted his brother, but that's another story. Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban, his uncle, their uncle, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen, cows, and asses, donkeys, flocks, cattle, like sheep and stuff like that, goats, and men servants, and women servants. And I have sent to tell my lord Esau, that I may find favor in thy sight, that I may find grace in thy sight. Now the reason that he had men servant and women servant is because he served his uncle Laban for 14 years. And it's a custom that if you have a Hebrew slave and you send him away, you're supposed to give him substance to make him rich also, so he can do the same for his servants. Hebrew servants, of course, not the servants of another nation. They don't get shit. Okay? They're just servants. It's talking about a Hebrew slave. And a Hebrew slave is not a slave that you just beat and do everything with just for fun, castrate him or something. No, a Hebrew servant is just a brother that's working for you. And after 7 years, then you let him loose. 6 years, you let him loose. And then you give him substances. You make him rich also. That was a custom. So that's why when you was like 12, you work until you're 18. And by the time that you're 19 years old, you're rich. Because he's going to make you rich. He's going to give you servants. Not servants. He's most likely going to give you cattle. And you might even get a couple of wives. But with the cattle, you can now buy other people. You know, stuff like that. But anyway, verse 6. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Right? 400 men. Right? Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, because he thought, it's going to say, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and the camels, into two bands, two groups, and said, If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. And Esau said, O Yahweh, O power of my father Abraham, and power of my father Isaac, the Lord which saidest unto me, Return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, the river Jordan, and now I am become two bands. He became two groups. Right? Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau. For I fear him. Well, Esau must have been a really tough guy, you know? Anyway, lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. And he lodged there the same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother. Right, he took a present, and this is the present. 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats. That means these 20 he-goats are gonna get a lot of vagina, man. Gonna get a lot of booty call nights. That's how it's supposed to be, by the way, because a man is supposed to have more than one woman. Because in America, they did a statistic. They said that I did a video about that, by the way. Every one so-called black man, for every one black man, there are so-called black men. There are 12 so-called black women. So, so that means if every so-called black woman was to get a man, then there would be 11 on every one man single. That's why 70% of the so-called black women are single. But that's just because they're a bunch of demons. They want too much instead of settle with what you got. Anyway, 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes, female lambs, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, female camels with their babies, 40 kin female cows, and 10 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. Foals are men asses, donkeys. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put a space between drove and drove. Betwixt means between. And he commanded the foremost, saying, When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Whose art thou, and whither goest thou, and who are these before thee? Whose are these before thee? Then shalt thou say, They be thy servant Jacob's. Yes, his servant. It does say thy servant Jacob, for politeness. Going on. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us. And so commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the droves, saying, On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. And say ye moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present, all those animals, those cattle, that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face. Peradventure he will accept of me. The word peradventure means perhaps, or let's say. Verse 21. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night, and took his two wives, Rachel and Leah, and his two women servant. I forgot their names. What the hell? Salaki about that. Wait, let me. Can't believe I forgot their names, man. What the hell? What's their names again? Their names is Bilhah and Zeb. What's the other one? Zeb. Bilhah and Zilva. Bilhah and Zilva. So lucky about that. And his 11 sons, and passed over the ford. Jacob is a river, by the way. Jabbok. So lucky. Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. So he sent everything over that he had, and he was left alone, right? And remember, these angels are still in the facility. He just mentioned him, not for nothing. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna stop this one, and then I'm gonna go to the subtitle, because there's a subtitle right now. It's the same chapter, but if I see a subtitle, then I'm gonna stop the video and then regain or resume the video from where the subtitle is. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.